Nick Hawkins outside the London Stadium, West Ham Fan TV. Post-match reaction that replaces the post-match pint on a weekend and a weekday and every other day.
It's replaced it every fucking game this season.
Yeah, but West Ham won, Lyon won. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to take because not just because of the performance. I thought we was magnificent tonight. The refereeing performance was fucking atrocious, to be quite honest.
Yeah, refereeing performance was disgraceful, but I'm proud.
Scott's jealous. He still wanted to do starting 11. Look.
Yeah, no, I'm proud of the team tonight. It was, they've put everything in tonight. It was tough, especially with the sending off, which we'll talk about in a minute. But look, it was a great atmosphere tonight. There's a lot of pressure on these players to perform in front of 60,000 fans. But in front of a full house, just to, it was all coming. I think a few of our fans, from what I've seen on social media, have underestimated Lyon a bit. Yeah. They're a good team. You see it tonight, the way they knocked the ball about. But no, look, I'm proud of the team, and I thought with a good starting lineup, I thought it's the strongest team we could put out tonight.
Yeah, it was without foul. With the knock that Soufal, the injury Soufal had, the knock that Johnson picked up, and plus all Lanzini being suspended, it was the right 11. Fredericks deserved to keep his place, his performance Sunday, and I thought he played all right tonight again. I thought he did well. His pace, caused them problems going forward, but got us out of trouble.
Me and Nicky said that though in the first half. We said he's good at that, Fredericks. He's better going forward than he is defending.
Yeah, and the thing is, you look at one of the best games he had for us was when he played sort of right wing back and Soufal was behind him. When they doubled up on Grealish that time, he was outstanding. And it's good to have that variety. But I think we're disappointed with the way the game panned out. You've got to be proud of the players and the performance.
Do you know what? Performance-wise, I'm touching on Nicky. I don't think we were that good until we went down to 10 men. Then you saw the fight and the battle, and that's where I was.
I think that was. Do you know what I think that was? I think that was nerves. Yeah, I think it was nerves. It's a big occasion. You packed house. It's a full crowd. Crowd are in good voice again. And it gets to you a little bit.
Well, I was thinking that before the game, like when them players are lining up in that tunnel waiting to come out and they hear the 60,000 fans singing Bubbles, how loud it was. I was trying to put myself in their position to think, how would I feel in that moment? And it's like, you don't imagine what goes through these players' mind because everything's on their shoulders, the responsibility, and it's
also the lack of being in this position. When you look at Lyon have been in this position before. Some of them players that they've, not with Lyon, but have also been in that position before. We, apart from the likes of maybe Zuma, Fab, when he was obviously at Arsenal, they've been in that position. But the likes of Rice, Souček, and all that, they haven't really been through that far. And that comes with experience. And sometimes the occasion does get to you. But for me, if you're walking out. You're a home player and you're walking out with them fans singing that song. That lifts you for the game.
Yeah, of course it does.
I think Antonio and Bowen, both of them weren't seemed 100%. I think Antonio looked a bit leggy. Bowen as well coming back from injury. He weren't as influential as he usually is, apart from the goal, obviously. But
I disagree a little bit. I thought he ran ragged.
I think
second half he did.
Second half, like first half particularly, I didn't notice him. Everything was coming down on our left, through Ben Rama and Creswell and down that left and Antonio linking up. So I didn't get to see, apart from when he gets on the ball and gets fouled, Bowen. But second half, he stepped.
I think frustrating performance from Ben Rama today. He has. I was saying to Scott just off camera there, he does 1-2 things good and then he'll do 5 things wrong. But you could see, and I felt a bit sorry for him. He had to get dragged off at half time because of the sending off. It was either going to be him or Fornals, and the reason why Fornals has stayed on is because he works harder and puts in the tackles. But I thought Ben Rama, just towards the end of that first half, he was starting to get into it and cause them a little bit of problems down there.
I think he's another one of them players. He's too frustrating for me. He just, as you say, we get in some good positions with him. And he's playing in an important position, especially when you're playing teams like this, because you need to create chances and you need to put away your chances. Yeah. And when he's getting into positions where it's a knock to Cresswell when he's running through and he's making the mistake, and then he's trying to step over and he's dragging it. Antonio's the same. Antonio frustrates me like that sometimes. But him, you'd think, with what you see what he did for Brentford, and some of the things he can do with the ball, he can do a lot better, which is so frustrating. I think it's too easy to read for a player of his. But I'm not going to I'm not going to put all the blame on Ben Rama tonight. He wasn't I don't think he was. I think he was our worst player, but I don't think that's saying much because I thought we was good.
Yeah, no, you are right. I think we take into account what he did for Brentford too much. You know, it was that they were at championship level. You know, they were playing well at the time. They were probably the best team in that league at the time. So he's going to stand out. He's going to look good. The Premier League's a completely different kettle of fish.
But it's not the Premier League.
But the thing is, though, I think Ben Rama's done all right this season. He's one of our top goal scorers. He's up there with the assists. Yeah, I think Ben Rama's one of these players that it's easy to get on his back.
Yeah. Because
he's frustrating sometimes.
Because he does that one or two things correctly and then messes something up. And normally it's the simple things that he gets wrong. But again, like with the Everton game, I think, like you said, towards the end of the half today, he started getting into the game more, started being more influential, and then he was always, like you said, he was always going to be the one that got brought off because we had to put a left back on. You're not going to take Antonio off, you're not going to take Bowen off, and like he says, Fornals can then play that sort of third centre midfielder role.
Fornals works that a little bit more, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think you can see that it looks like Ben Rama was working hard to try and adapt and fit to the system and of how we play that more passing and work rather than get on the ball and take players. And you can see sometimes he wants to take a player on and he will give it a go, but he's stuck between two minds of what he wants to do, just do what the manager wants to do, maybe what comes natural to him. And I think, but I tell you what, that touch he took, if he would have scored that goal, that would have been goal of the competition. That touch was phenomenal.
Sending off.
He was unlucky.
Sending off just before half time, though, mate, killed us. I mean, we've watched it all back, and in the Premier League, that's a yellow card. He's going away from goal.
He was next to him.
Huh?
Zoom was right next to him.
Yeah, he's going away from goal. Creswell has put his arm up and touched it. Is it enough for him to go down like he did? Of course it ain't.
Look, when you first saw it, I thought he dove. When you see it back, he's gone down easy, but there is contact.
No, but he did die.
But that's
just
but
it's literally a few seconds, Scott, of his hand. There's no force.
Yep.
He's just put his hand there. So as soon as he's felt it, he's gone like that.
Exactly. He's done what we've seen Mo Salah do time and time again for Liverpool. It happens.
I think the wink confirmed it.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is for me is the refereeing decision to send him off is the biggest joke of all, because in the Premier League, this isn't the Premier League, that's a yellow card.
Is
not a
there
red card.
VAR in this competition?
As far as I know,
I don't know. I ain't seen it used.
But as I said to Dan inside, I've not had to notice a referee in this competition for us so far, because none of the referees have made an outrageous decision. He was awful. Yeah. But again, that comes down to our gamesmanship. Moyes doesn't like the diving about, the play acting and all that. And this is where we're coming up unstuck. No Lyon player got booked tonight. We had three bookings that are sending off.
We weren't even getting actual fouls. You go to the Bowen foul, right?
Which led to the free kick.
Exactly, which is in the same phase of play, which Moyes has pointed out that VAR should go back and look at that, because if that's a foul, well, that's not sending off.
Did Bowen get booked?
But that's the thing. This is what we're saying. It's the inconsistency of the decisions that the referee's making.
Well, let me just say.
Hang on, sorry.
Yeah,
before the incident we were saying just then with Bowen that was a foul, Bowen gets tapped and knocked over, which is less of a foul than the one where he gets took out, and the referee gave it. And it's the inconsistency of the referee.
It goes full arm, leading arm right into his back bar.
It goes there, yeah.
That's a foul.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Let me just say a little bit about the referee. The referee has been involved in a incident in 2005 where he was actually banned from football. He had a life ban at one point and they've reduced it to 6 months. Somebody told me he went in prison. I don't know how thingy that is, for corruption. He's actually been done for corruption, like for match fixing, which is, look, if you are a referee, a player, an official, someone on the coaching staff, for me, if you get done for match fixing, you should be out. That's it. That's done. That's done and dusted. Why is he here? Because I read about him as well. He's an elite level referee. Yeah. So he's one of the top. He could go to World Cups and all that. Been done for corruption. How is he still in the sport?
Because FIFA's corrupt.
But that's what I mean. If
and
I was
UEFA.
a bank, I probably couldn't be a copper or a security guard of a bank. Like, that's how it goes. You know
the thing is, you saw how bad that referee was. Anyone that saw that performance against
elite level,
but he refereed the Dortmund Munich game, and the decisions he gave in that were shocking.
Yeah, that was when Bellingham came out
and said something, and then got a fine for it. You know, and Yeah.
I mean, look, let's not concentrate. Let's talk about our player. I think Declan Rice tonight, once again, great game, but he was playing like someone that was on a yellow. Because he knows he gets a yellow tonight, he misses that next
he
game.
made a few mistakes.
He can afford to get that yellow next game because he won't be. They wipe it out for the semi-finals.
No, he can't.
No, they do, mate.
I read it. He
No,
can't.
they do. They do.
No, I don't think
They
he
do,
can.
mate. If he gets booked next week, you don't miss the semi-final.
Where'd you read it?
They wipe it out.
I read it on the internet, which is not.
Oh well, fuck me. That's got to be true.
See,
then.
I thought it was this.
It's
I
this
thought-
game?
Yeah, but if he gets booked, so if he got booked in this game, he's suspended for next. I think you're right with the
if-
with the semi-final thing. I don't think that's. I think that's right.
well-
But you could see. I think that's the mistakes that you said. You had that little header that went to nobody. That thingy.
Yeah,
but I think
misplaced
sometimes that
passes here and there.
that was in the back of his mind that he can't pick up that yellow card. You see, I think there was a point in the second half where a player runs through,
And he was
and
gonna-
normally
yeah.
he'd do that and drag him back, and he went to do it and then thought.
Thing
"Oh,
is, as
yeah."
well, when Rice is playing like that and he's on a yellow, that's where Souček needs to step it up a little bit. I thought Souček was poor tonight, if I'm honest.
He won his aerial, Jules.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
he
he
didn't
done
really
all
do
that
any
before.
much more
Nah,
than that.
he done it. Well, he got very.
What?
No, it's all right. No.
He got,
Oh, you just have your own little conversation.
I don't know what he's
he got involved. You know, in defensively, he made some important challenges. Souček tonight. You know, him and Rice in front of Dawson and Zuma. Look, Dawson, them three crunching tackles towards.
Yeah,
the
but
end
that's
of that
what we
game.
needed.
Oh,
He needed
yeah.
that because Dawson's now put a marker down and say, look, we ain't here to fuck about. You know, you put them sort of tackles in because you have to do it. You have to put them tackles.
I'll be honest.
in.
I was waiting for the referee to pull him up on one of them, but he timed everyone perfectly.
You can't because he's won the ball.
Exactly, that's it. But you know, it's just disappointing. It's frustrating.
There's
that-
nothing wrong with good old-fashioned English defending.
Exactly.
But you know what they needed? Because I tell you what, we're talking about the ref, but their players were absolute disgrace. Every single thing falling down.
I think
all
that's
over
just
the place,
Europe,
rolling.
it's
European
European
football.
No, but like,
experience.
we've played a lot of European teams, obviously, in this competition. I've honestly, the only team that comes close to what I've seen there is Aston Villa, which, you know what I mean, they're an English team, but disgrace. And all this, what annoys me is two times, one of their players goes down, no head injury, stopped play.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous, but our players don't play to the whistle.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and
that's the problem.
that thing really pissed me off. The first one was Boateng when he went down. Right, they're one of their better centre halves goes down injured. Rice is on the ball. We're on the attack. Rice then looks as if to say, "Am I kicking it out? Am I playing on?"
Play to the
Play
whistle.
To the whistle.
Yeah, yeah.
It isn't a head injury, and you see again towards I think it was the end of the first half. Another player goes down injured. Rolling about on the floor, waiting to see if the referee's going to book Souček. Referee waves play on. We kick the ball out. He jumps straight to his feet, asking the referee why he ain't booked Souček. Why is the referee then not booking him for simulation? Because that's simulation.
This is the thing. I see Moyes' thing about fair play. We don't want to be diving in that. But you can still train them to play to the whistle. If someone's down, it's the ref's responsibility to look after that.
But he
player's
shouldn't be
welfare,
stopping it.
not ours.
It's
No, he
it's
shouldn't
not
be.
the rules. Even apart from a head injury, you're not even meant to, by the letter of the law, kick the ball out.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
They scrapped that years ago.
That's
it is a
that
head
just comes
injury-
down to fair play, doesn't it? Whether the players want to do it.
But by the letter of the law, you're not meant to kick the ball out. They still allow it,
But
obviously.
you know yourself. You know you've been on a football pitch many times. You know when someone's really hurt. And
Yeah,
if
of
their
course.
players weren't really hurt, you could see they weren't really hurt, and that's what pisses me off. You know, it's got to stop. But the thing is, when you look at the play acting and all that, Bowen goes through that chance where Creswell gets sent off. If that's the other way round and Bowen's thrown there, does Bowen go down? Bowen will
he
carry on.
won't. He
Bowen
won't.
finishes it.
That's it. That's the difference.
Listen, there was another big talking point. It was obviously backs to the wall for a long time. I think Lyon were a good passing side. I didn't think they was that potent up front.
No.
which-
They for a side, I think one of their players is a top scorer in the competition. I think Dembele's got 9 or 8 in his last 12. But they dominate possession.
He's a good
That's
player,
what they do.
Dembele.
Yeah,
we dealt with him well tonight. I think that's credit to Zuma and Dawson.
Yeah, they dominated the midfield. First half, massively dominated.
And I think that most of that is because Rice was on that yellow.
card,
I think that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
And I tell you, we did miss tonight Lanzini in the middle as well.
I think so as well because he's that. He's
And
that
he's
little
back
bit of a
next
link.
game.
Yeah.
There is another big incident. There was 2 that happened tonight as well, which contributed to the long time that we had at the end of the game. The security here has got to be fucking tighter because the second one especially, we were through a goal.
Yeah,
And the geezers run on the pitch. I mean, what the fuck is going on there? What is going on in the geezer's mind?
Well, it's another day, mate, where it's long drinking in it, and these people must be out of their nuts to do it. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why you're a grown man and you think you're like, oh look, I'm going to run on the pitch and I'm going to get a life ban from the London
What
Stadium.
geezer don't realise is now his picture's circulating on social media, and he could end up getting himself hurt.
Yeah,
after
and,
that.
and you see the fans' reaction when they was taking him off. I mean, he's got his badge out, kissing his badge. People were just trying to swing punches at him and chuck things at
There's
him.
no way on this planet that geezer who ran on when we were on the attack is a West Ham fan.
I mean, he had
No
a
way.
West Ham
Don't-
shirt, that's
I
all
don't care
know.
whether he had a West Ham shirt on or not. He ain't a true football fan. He ain't a
he's
true
not
West
true.
Ham
He's
fan.
not
Is that
true West Ham.
is that a contribution of what they did with the tickets, though?
Yeah, massively. Massively.
Because
there's no control who you're selling the tickets to. And that's what part and parcel of it. Look, we had fights in the crowd again tonight. It's pathetic. You know, why are we fighting our own?
The thing is, as well, like as you said, we're through we're through on goal. It breaks up play, and then when the referee starts it gives Lyon that chance to sit behind the ball.
Yep,
and what do? Just go back
Yeah,
because
that's
the
what we're saying.
momentum's done.
Yeah.
Because we had a good chance just before that, and I mean these people, as you said, they're not football fans. They're fucking idiots, and they ruin it for a lot of people. And that they added on 8 minutes injury time because I think if someone runs on the pitch, it's 2 minutes extra each person, so that's 4 minutes down. Lyon score late. Who's fucking blame?
Exactly.
Who's going to get the blame? Who's going to get the blame? The people are going to blame, oh, fucking Moyes this, Moyes that. It's not. It's the fucking two idiots that run on the pitch.
That's a bad precedent, though, if you think about it, because you look at that. Any all right fan could go, oh, I'm going to go to the game, and I'm going to, as soon as they go on the attack, I'm going to run on the pitch and break, stop play.
The thing is, there is enough stewards here. There is enough, especially like I wouldn't mind. Well, I would mind because it pissed me off. But if that was the first incident, but that's not the first incident of the night. Someone's run from one end.
Yeah.
Like, that is a fucking long way to run from the
The
crowd.
thing is though, mate, they've got the people that do it. They time it well because you look, it happens everywhere. You look at the two people at Tottenham. Yes, I know Tottenham security were on it fast, but that's because they was trying to tie themselves to the goalpost. You know, it happens all up and down the country, and the stewards are on it. I mean, you see how quick they were to get them. But it's just as soon as they jump over that barrier, the stewards it's fucking.
Mate, I've seen it from
Stop
our
them crossing
bit.
the line. That's the.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's so easy. From when you look where we sit, you see it, Scott. There's no stewards there. It's
There's
so
one
easy.
steward. Yeah,
If
it
we
is.
wanted to, I could get to the fucking.
What they want to
centre.
do is just don't tell anyone and put that electric fence around the edge. So when they touch it, they go fucking off.
That's the thing. It's the fact that in the corners where we sit, you can see how you can make the pitch quite easy. But the problem is when you're sort of round the middle part, you've got two. Not only is it a long way, you've got two barriers to jump. You know,
Well, it is the Olympic Stadium,
Yeah,
Scott.
well, that's it.
Fucking,
You know,
what do
it's
want?
just there's
Hop,
not
skip
enough-
and jump over it.
There's not enough stewards. There's not enough stewards for nights like this. They need to employ more stewards, just to stop that happening because that ruined.
We was through.
We were through. We could have scored. Not
Yeah,
saying we
but-
would have.
No,
done.
yeah,
three
but
on two.
you don't know. Rice had the ball. You know, Fornals was looking at it to pick it up, and the geezer's an idiot. But look, Lyon equalised. It's just look, it was a lucky goal to give for them.
I just feel like.
Ndombele.
I don't know if it was Fredericks or so. A few defenders I thought could have reacted a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Look,
one
he's
of
done.
them ones,
He's
wasn't
done. Look, he beat Johnson down our left. He's hit the ball in. Ariola's got to go. You could probably say Ariola should have got a bit more on it, but he sort of killed it, and it's just dropped. And
It's one of them,
Dembele's
yeah.
done that run through the middle.
I said to you,
it's an hard run.
The tough thing is, if Ariola leaves it, they probably don't score.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
goes
it.
straight.
But
Ariola's
he's
not
got to
know
go
that.
for it because he don't know who's coming in at the back post.
Yeah,
so
you
it's-
can't blame
know,
him for
no.
that. It's just a hard one to take, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was a hard one to take.
And that's the thing, even there was a bit of luck with our goal. It was deflected over the goalkeeper, but I thought at that point that's what you get for being a bunch of cheating cheats.
Look, as I said, I'm proud of the team tonight. They've done us proud, especially with 10 men. I thought we got stuck in. And there's a lot to play for in the next game. Creswell missing is going to be, obviously... But, you got Johnson that can go
They
in
could have
there.
peeled that though.
Yeah, they could appeal it. It probably won't. It won't get overturned. But Johnson can come in at left back, and then you've got Declan Rice then. And Antonio as well. I was a bit worried about Antonio when he picked up that yellow because we've seen him do it before. He picked up 2 yellows straight away like he did at Southampton the other year. He was frustrating himself tonight, Antonio. But as I said, look, next week it's all to play for. The pressure's on Lyon next week at home in front of their fans. We can go there. It'll be hostile over there. Their fans and there'll be the whistles and all that shit. But our players just got to do their job. And we could get the win out there. I can see us definitely scoring out there next week.
They've got to be fired up after what they had to go through today. They've got to be fired up.
Of course,
for
they're
that
90 minutes away from a semi-final of a European competition. They're going to be buzzing for it, and as I said, it's harder for our players to play here than to go there. I think we're getting the result
I
out
think
there.
the thing is, we could have easily collapsed after conceding that goal. We didn't. We stayed resilient. You know, we kept them at bay and kept ourselves in the game. And when Creswell got sent off, I said to him, the main thing is we've got to be in this game going into that next leg, and we are.
Yeah.
You know, it's game on. This is
Half time.
Exactly, mate.
It's half
We
time.
get Soufal back soon. Though.
You look at all the results tonight. Barcelona 1-1, Rangers lost 1-0, and the other Atalanta was 1-1 as well, wasn't it? So it's tight.
That's what I mean. Everyone sort of acted like it was guaranteed it's going to be West Ham Barca in the semis. Like, it's no guarantees, mate.
There's no guarantees in football, mate.
No,
Guarantees
exactly.
in life, mate, apart from death and taxes. That's it.
That's it, mate. That is it.
Anyway, thank you very much. Let's talk about Sunday quickly before we go on. I wanted to just talk about this because I did talk about it on the fan cams. We've got a big decision to make here, I think.
No, you go for the game on Sunday. We need to win every game.
You can mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, you can't put all your eggs in one.
No, you can mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd maybe rest Bowen.
I'd probably.
That.
It's easy for me to say Zuma, but I think Dawson's important as well. I mean, I could maybe put Diop in at the back. You know, Soufal start.
No, I wouldn't put Diop in at the back against Brentford because you've got Ivan Toney who'll bully him all day long. So it's got to be Zuma and Dawson.
He just bores me, mate.
Yeah, so, no, do you know what I mean? That's what you've got to look at. They've got Ivan Toney who will bully Diop. Diop struggles with physicality. Maybe we could see going 3 at the back, but Creswell might as well start because he's going to be suspended for Thursday.
Maybe Vlasic.
Vlasic, you know,
Yarmolenko.
Yeah.
Yarmolenko.
Like I said, maybe Vlasic over Bowen, have Bowen on the bench as an option.
But we you know, we're not in the race for top 4 in my opinion. I don't want.
But you want to secure that 6 again.
That's it.
You want
That's-
another one of
that's-
these
exactly.
next year.
That's the key thing. Consistent European football. So that's why we've got to try and get something at Brentford. They're going to make it hard. We've got hard games coming up. You know, after that we've got to play Burnley here. After again the second leg out in France. So
It's just that Lyon game to me. It's a cup final. It's a quarter final.
It is a cup
but
final.
it's like now there's no second.
knockout.
This is,
Knockout.
This is knockout.
Look,
So
give Vlasic a start. I wouldn't not Diop, but give Vlasic a start.
yeah,
Lanzini's
Noble.
back as
Bring
well.
Soufal back in for a bit of match
Yeah,
fitness.
If he's if he's back.
Yeah,
Like,
Soufal, I think, will start on Sunday.
yeah, that's it. Maybe Nobes. I don't know, like it's how much we want to change it, but we've got to look into that. Or maybe if we can have the strong team to start, try and get 2 goals up at the first half, then.
Or do what they've done before, where Noble starts in place of either Rice or Suchek, and then at half time they swap them round.
Yeah.
You know, but
think
we've got to go for the win.
He's got a big.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably won't drop rest him, but I could maybe start Rice on the bench on Sunday. You know, just give him that little bit of rest. He's played a lot of football, Declan Rice. You see tonight when he just picks up that ball, he's still running. You know, in the 92nd, 93rd, 4th minute. You know, he just don't give up, Declan Rice, and he's one of the main reasons why we are where we are as a football club. Along with Moyes. Just before we finished, what about fucking Kevin Nolan, mate? He's been waiting all year to have a ruck. Did you see when it all kicked off? He was, of course, no, Kevin Nolan was off, mate. He was like, he went to Stuart Pearce, hold me gloves, man, I'm off. This geezer ain't having none of it, and he was in his ear as well, but we're giving it to him. I love Nolan, man. He moved quicker then than he was on the pitch.
That's what I said to him. That's the fastest I've seen Nolan ever move. I was straight in.
I love that, man. You look at our backroom staff, you got Nolan and Stuart Pearce there. That's why no other fucking backroom staff want to fuck with us. Even Moisey can have it, I reckon.
That's it, mate. That's it.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV. What is it?
Thursday.
Post-match reaction. Thank you very much for that.
Probably
Go
Friday
check
now.
out the fan cams that's just been uploaded. Thank you very much to all the contributors on that. If you want to go and check out the podcast, the latest edition of the podcast is on the Patreon right now. So
No
you can go
Friday
and
night pint this week.
No Friday night pint tomorrow. We are out on a night out.
Do the preview.
Sorry.
There we go. And
go.
yeah, so we're all done.
Well
But
done to Jace for doing the watch along on his own. He managed all the technical bits.
Well done, Jace.
really,
So, yeah, he done it. He got
Yeah,
the
a
clock
cake.
up and everything.
halfway through.
He had some shots, I know that.
Oh, did he? Really? Yeah. Anyway, but thank you very much to Jace for that. If you're new around here, subscribe. And one thing left to say from us:
Come
come on, your
Bonjour.